Welcome to Tighten Up Tuesdaze. This is not the voice of Chris Denman. This is Andy Rizika, your engineer. And we're on B-Phlat show, keeping it a tight show. She's bringing it in with a dance, a jam, a jig, whatever she can do to keep you happy. It's Tighten Up Tuesdays. Chris Denman is out, so you're stuck with me tonight. But B's always gonna bring it and bring it hot. And she got that cool little fedora. Nice. Looking great. Fabulous. Schmokus for the night. All right. Okay. Here we go. It's Tighten Up Tuesday. We're locked in. We hope you are too. Okay. What's up, Dan?
Hey, Andy. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. It's hard to sit in this seat when, Chris does such an amazing job.
Well, it's so funny because I really like your voice. You have that radio quality commercial voice, and it was just flowing well. Do that, Andy. Look at you multitasking, reading, doing comments, working the background. You're doing it all.
Tonight?
So I commend.
Yeah.
Yes, you are Superman. Don't let. Don't take Chris' job.
I could not do that. I promise you, people, I will not. He's irreplaceable, really.
Well, thank you so much. It's so funny because I actually have it on my iPad. I can see me in two places. It's killing me. And looking at the format sheet. So I am going to read a comment. Irina is working and waiting. We had Dr. Karen Hunter. She was in the comments. She was killing me earlier. She's in the background. I'm about to bring her up, Andy. Mm-hmm. But she's like, ain't nobody checking the comments. And it was so funny. I was all like, your ass better get on the show. You checking the comments. Phyllis Smith says, hey, B-Phlat, Picasso's, Chris and crew. Oh, look at it. I'm reading some comments. Everybody probably shocked. I'm going back and forth like a tennis match.
Yeah, they say they love the hat. Some people, who's that saying they love
Yes, that's what's up. Because this is Allison's my soror Allison, who will be vending at the Picasso kickback. This is her other hat. This is the hat I gave her. She took it and hooked it up. But I want you to notice that dope hat pin. My friend Judy gave me this in Indy this weekend. She makes hat pins. So I'm trying to convince her to come on the show. Because I was telling her I need some pins to hook my hats up. So she gave me one for this hat and the other hat that Allison made me. So shout out to Judy. Shout out to Allison. Shout out to, look at that. I'm rocking all my stuff. Look at that, grown weed heads. Shout out to White Lines, Kiki and V. I'm rocking everything. You know what? Because it's fan celebration from here all the way up to the 100th. Everything that I'm going to rock from every episode out is something that somebody made for me, because I just want everybody to know the Picassos are getting ready to infiltrate St. Louis, and we getting ready to do it. So with that being said, Andy, I'm going to jump right in and I got to bring my girl on because I'm just so grateful for her. I'm so grateful that she believes in what I'm doing. She saw a vision, saw something in me, and was like, you know what? I want to be a part of that. So I'm going to let you know right now, if you don't listen to the Karen Hunter Show, you better start listening to the Karen Hunter Show. Every Monday through Friday on the Urban View channel, Sirius XM, channel 126. I love this lady, professor at NYUC. Just super duper smart, intelligent, and just down to earth. So with that being said, please bring her on, Andy. The one and only Karen Hunter.
Oh, what's up? What's going on? What's good?
You're just so mesmerizing to me and amazing. And then I'm looking at your book collection in the back. I feel like we're on CNN and you're one of those commentators, and they just have
Girl, I contemplated being in another space, but it's so easy to be in this space. And I've been ready to do this show since 8:30 this morning because I thought it was AM. So I got up early. I had braids in for the last 2 weeks. I took the braids out. I was like, I don't want to put a headscarf on another day. And so I called you this morning. I was like, "You ready?" You were like, "PM, girl, PM." I was like, yes. Oh,
but that lets me know that you're excited. So
yeah. Well,
Karen,
and
I know how busy you are.
no,
and
after 8:00, I turn into a gremlin. Usually, I don't really exist past a certain period of time, at night, because anything can happen. And so I'm just warning everybody. But yes, thank you for inviting me. And it's an easy thing to be in a community with you, because you are that woman. You always show up, and then you show out, and you're always present. You care deeply about people, and you do a fabulous job. So much style, and I could use your handiwork. She helped me put on my bun at the last Foolishness Friday Live we had in Atlanta. And so yes, thank you. And the makeup. Yes, thank you. So I'm looking crusty tonight because you're not here.
Not at all. Not at all. Natural beauty. Natural beauty. So let me ask you this before we jump into the flip. And then I'll let Andy read some comments real quick. Would you like for me to go into what it is about the flip that drew you to it? Or did you want to talk about that after you see it?
Well, first I want Andy to know no Black person's ever doing a jig. I need him to know that. So let's remove that.
Oh Lord, I'm getting called out. I already lost points. Now Chris has got a full card. I'm already coming in at negative. This is tragic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Andy, you can't say jig among Black people. And that might have been the white side of me that heard it but didn't hear it. But now the Karen, you can't say jig. Because all we think about is
Diddy. Can I say Diddy? A jig? A Diddy? I don't know.
Yeah, Diddy's good, but Diddy's also something different. Okay. Diddy's a whole other, that's another thing. But when I saw that you, first of all, the first time I saw you in the Zoom, you were on my show, and you were telling me that everything behind you did. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. You had the trumpet up there. So I was like, oh, you played trumpet. And then you designed this whole space. So I was like, and then you said, don't you know I do this thing? So I was like, I didn't know you did this thing. So I went over to Two Funny Mamas and checked out a little Tighten Up Tuesdays and got my life. I was like, okay. So when one of my listeners invited you to Florida to do a one space, and then had you work in more than one, I was like, that is a Karen Rebel, because we are very extra. And so I was happy when you said you were doing it. I would absolutely love to support any and everything that you're doing.
Oh, I appreciate it. I was like, wow, this is my first sponsor of a flip. So it's amazing to have you on to talk about it in that capacity and let other people see from that point of view, because we've had the homeowners come on. Of course, I talk about it. We have the Picassos that come on to help. But this is the first time to have a sponsor, a person that's passionate about the project, that don't even need a flip, but just loves what I'm doing and what I'm doing for the community for the most part. So, and for us, that's on a budget. You see what I'm saying? We ain't got no money.
If I'm being honest, it's not completely altruistic. I watch a lot of the HDTV and DIY. I watch, the block, flip the block, and the flipping everything. People flipping blocks in neighborhoods and flipping stuff. And I eventually will be venturing into this space of TV. And I said, B-Phlat would be great to see. Well, I know you have the space on YouTube, but in a little smaller, setting with bigger eyeballs. Let's see what we can develop here. So the part of me is like, I want to see B-Phlat in other spaces doing her thing. It was so.
And I know that because you're such a, what do they say, staunch supporter. I feel like I'm running for a campaign, the way everybody behind me and just everybody lobbies for me. And I just love that, just everything that I'm doing. So that's just God working. Well,
somebody said you look like an extra in Drumline in that
me?
hat. Yeah.
Oh,
I got the wrong
movie. They must got the wrong movie. Yeah.
You look like somebody from Cabaret. You look like you're doing something from, one of them, Cabaret, or what's that Broadway play where people were in jail and then they were dancing and Queen Latifah was the
Rent.
warden. Not Rent.
Rent.
Whatever. I apologize. I told you anything can go down because I did
trying to-
Spacey after 8.
There's a lot of people in the comments. I don't know how Andy gonna read all that. I don't even know how Chris can be picking from all this shit. There's a lot of people in the chats.
Mhm.
I'll help.
Oh my goodness. I can't even see all that. But I'm gonna say hey to Missy Shoe, Irina Fab 540, MM. I know Antonia. Oh my goodness. Somebody knew Kiana Marie. I have never heard of a Kiana Marie, but I'm gonna give her a shout out to her. Maybe Chris never reads her comments. You know, he picky about who he want to hear from. He's so selective. You know he is, Andy. Well, listen, just like we did last week, we're gonna jump right into the frugal flip. Of course, y'all know I have things to report, and I'm gonna do that after the flip. I know Karen wants to see it. She can't stay the whole time, so I'm actually gonna read the 30, how many things did we flip? The 37 things that we flipped. I'll most likely be mentioning them as I show the pictures really quickly. And I'll go over the budget sheet. Y'all know I like to do the little budget and do our little breakdown budget graph so we know where we spent the most money. So I'll be going over those things after I show the actual flip. So we're going to jump right in and do a little quick recap so you can kind of see a before and after. And if you want to see the whole flip, go back to episode 92. You can see the first day. Episode 93 will show you the reveal. And tonight we're going to show you some fun videos, what we actually did, because I don't want people to think I was working by myself. That's what it looks like in the pictures. But no, I had plenty of help. And I love to give a directive. That's how I know I'm a boss, but I'm not bossy. So here's the thing. We're going to start out with the recap, do the videos. I'm going to let Karen comment, and then we'll get into the budget because I don't want to keep her all night. So with that being said, Andy, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So this is the atrium space that I was duped into doing. Let me stop saying dupe. And then she showed me some more pictures. And I was like, where did
Wait a minute, when you got there, when did she spring it on you that it was going to be more than one space? Like, when did that happen?
Well, here's the thing I love about Kim. She was super ready. She sent me like 50 photos of things that I could flip on top of like 50 photos of the space. So it all started looking alike. And once you see it, because it's an L shape on the that encompasses her house on two sides. But it was so much stuff in there. Every picture she took, it just looked like the same space, like one room. And I kept saying, wait a minute, I don't get this. And then the next thing she's like, and there's like a little atrium off to the. So I'm thinking like, where does this atrium come in? Girl, that's in the middle of the house. You can't even get to that unless you're in the house. So that was after the contract was signed. And I was like, you know what? I want to do that because it's small, it's cute. I think I can throw it in. It was that L space that really threw me off, and it's bigger than it looks. So
okay,
this is
what is the flooring here? Is this brick?
It's pavers. It's brick pavers. Yes.
Okay. All
so
right.
this is
and
what it looks like.
Is that a planter over on the side, and is that a trampoline?
It's a fire pit, which was rusted out. We actually sanded it down, spray painted it, and spruced it up. That table in the back, we cut it in half, cut the legs off. I used the bottom part for a plant stand, and the top we took off, put a new top on. It's a drawer inside that table. I took it out and hung it as a shelf. So I use everything. Those plants we scattered around. This area turned out just like my drawing. So the next photo shows my drawing.
Oh, okay.
So this is my idea to put, because she wanted a nice New Orleans theme popping off in there. She's from New Orleans. She wanted it fun and festive. So the only thing we didn't get to put up were the two sconces on the side because we literally were drilling into concrete. We had a hard time getting the slats up on the wall. So anything extra, we had to make sure we got the core things down first and didn't mess up before we could start adding any extras because Uncle Earl worked hard. Believe me when I tell you. So this was my drawing, and then the next photo shows what it actually looks like.
Oh, you better do that. Okay.
Thank you.
I see you, baby. I see you.
So what we did was, we actually had those 2 chairs on the inside. We just brought them outside, wiped them down. All of her pillows that she had outside, we either stuffed them, folded them, or an added comforter to her. She had a blue comforter that we just tore up and filled in the pillows. Those fabric squares, all of them pillows was from a fabric square pack that we bought at Walmart for like $6. And I was like, we're going to make this work. The bench is actually covered with a memory foam, and I took 2 suitcases and made them into to 2 chairs. So that blue thing, you'll see another picture of it in the video, I think, off to the side. It opens up and you can sit in it. So I put hairpin legs on that suitcase, and it's just like my drawing. It's 2 little small.
Wait, hold up. That looks like it has a weight limit though. I don't know if anybody could sit on the blue thing. I feel like you could sit on the blue thing. I don't know if I could sit on the blue thing.
And that's the case. Everything got a weight limit. It just depends on what it's made out of. Now that suitcase is sturdy and those hairpin legs are steel. Now that bench might not. We actually put a layer of wood under that bench because it rusted out, and we had to take one of the slats out of that bench. That bench was in her front. Like when you walked up to her house, you could see that bench, and it was really nice with some rocks in front of it. But I was like, we're using that in the atrium. But we had to put a board underneath, and we put the memory foam on it. But the cover is actually from her body pillow. She had a body pillow on her bed. We rolled the body pillow up and taped it and used it in the other room. And I was like, and we're going to use the body pillow cover for the cover over the memory foam cushion. But so yeah, that little table, we put a new table. She had a piece of plexiglass. So I had Uncle Earl cut a piece of wood to the size of the plexiglass. And we took the old circle off, which was rotted, cut the table down, took the drawer out, and then I just put Uncle Earl put the table on top, and Joy and they painted it. I kept it brown. They were like, we should paint it black. I was like, no, everything don't have to match. I want some natural things out there. We just painted the top purple and put the plexiglass on top. And then the awning, we thought we needed 3 because we thought we were going to have enough material to drape through, and it didn't work out like that. We actually had to sew those and slide the poles through. So that's all that we could do with that. I thought I was going to use that fabric for the chair cushions, but we didn't have enough. So I was like, you know what? We only need 1 awning. Believe me, I mean 2 of the rods just to do 1 droop in the awning, and I'm just going to make it work. So I made it work, and it actually is like 6 feet apart, so it actually covers that whole section. So if it rains, all that stuff out there can get wet, except for like you can bring the pillows in, but everything out there is made to get wet. And if it's drizzling, you could really sit under that and not get wet. And then we just cut off water bottles and tack them to the boards. That's from a pallet, and put plants in them. So that ain't nothing but some pot those plants in little water bottles. We took all the labels off, cut them in half. Yeah, and then we put her Fleur de Lis. It's a solar water fountain. So it's actually hooked up, and the water, comes out of it, and it's really cute out there. Feature.
So where'd you get the rug? Because I saw the rug. This design was in your drawing. How did you find a rug? Did you find the rug first?
Yeah, I look for things first, and then I'll let Kim pick what she likes, and then I'll fit it into the drawing and try to make it. Because I actually I had a striped one out there first. And then I was like, nah. So the drawings that they settle on is what I try to make it look like to the best of our ability. So that's actually straw mat made from plastic straws. They're super inexpensive, and they have a really nice, elegant look. And it can definitely be out there and get wet. So the next photo shows this is one side of her patio, and it's really wide. It's 12 feet wide. So yeah, I was like, this place is big. So this is the side, the area I divided it into 2. This is the area where Richard and his homies smoke cigars, play cards, and do their thing. So I really wanted it to have a look for them and be masculine, but at the same time, fit into the space. So the next photo shows the drawing from a different angle, because that's where I hung the wall divider. And it's gray on that side and tan on the other side. So I painted my goal was to spruce that table up and just give it a punch. So we really shined it up with some Murphy's oil soap, cleaned it up good, painted a runner down it and around the edges of it, and it made it pop. So the next photo just kind of shows what that area looks like over there. So I put ashtrays down the center, and then we flipped the table over and the chairs, and they taped off all the bottoms to give them that Clydesdale look. The little ottoman that's over in the corner, it actually, you can flip it on the other side. It has a glass on it where you can use it as like a coffee table, but we covered it with a dress because we ran out of fabric and we weren't sure what we were going to use to give that a little pop. It was just a blonde gray. So she had an old black and white dress, and we cut it up, and it had like a graphic pattern in it like the rug. And that's a plastic straw rug also, because that indoor-outdoor space, we have the shutters down now, which are like metal, but you can raise them up. But they don't keep rain out, so it could, if it's raining hard, like it'll still, the floor will get damp, but the floor is made for that. It's made for that type of moisture. But I love the fact that, and there was an entertainment. It's actually a leather. You can't see it from this angle, but over behind that chair closest to the window, it's a leather drawer entertainment center, and we put casters on the bottom of it and turned it into like a little bar for the guys. So it's like scotch, all the things over there that they needed for their that they you see the ashtrays in the middle and the cigar, the lighter, the burner, all that stuff that they need to do their thing over there. So this is what serious.
Yeah, they're not serious card players though, because ain't nobody playing on no rectangle ass table. You're not playing cards on a rectangle. Oh, I'm just saying.
They serious. Believe me, they are serious.
I don't believe it.
I was too far apart.
Yeah, I mean, who your partner? Who's your partner? How you?
Well, you know what?
How your partner gonna be all the way over there?
All the way over there. Maybe just the three of them play. Maybe it just be Richard, Fabian, and Gary. Who knows? The next photo. Right. The next photo shows the other side of this same space. So this is where Kim was chilling on her side. So it was a little rambunctious, as you can see. And I brought some cohesiveness to this area and just gave her a still nice, tranquil glam space. Aside from
I apologize. Yeah. B. What was she doing in this space?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know why that Adirondack chair was on the inside. I said, I think that's supposed to be outside in the grass, but she probably wasn't doing much over there. You maybe just come out there to water the plants, and I don't know, but I wanted her to be able to do more than that. And I wanted that side to look like more than that. So now she loves it. She loves it because this is a drawing, and this is a drawing before I knew that the blue covers on the original chairs were not usable. So let's show that drawing real quick, Andy. Yeah, so the covers on the draw, I was going to use them, but when we got a closer look, they were like really faded. I was like, we're going to have to cover the ottoman. So it's like a double ottoman. I was like, I want this side, to be your little space where you can chill. We can put some plants over here. So this was my vision in the drawing. So this is what it looks like on that side. And I was so happy she just let me dig through fabrics. So we took the blue covers off, and they're like the tan, and we actually end up having to put a fabric over. So the fabric that's hanging is the same fabric that's on the ottoman and on this chase lounge. So that pillow is some fabric we got for $4 for 2 yards at Walmart. That long pink pillow, we rolled up her body pillow and duct taped it. And then we sewed. Yeah, I wanted a nice lumbar pillow. V sewed it. She hand stitched it and closed it all up. And I was like, I like this. So then she had a nice ottoman on the inside, which is also storage, that I was like, you know what, we're going to bring that out because you can lay here, chill out, have magazines, your drink, and be able to put them on that, little stand. So the plants I brought from outside and put them all together, and they're on like crates and different pieces of things that we found and or had left over to give them different heights. So like a bottom of the table that was left over, I was like, oh, I'm going to flip it over. We're going to use it as a plant stand. So I try to use everything that we encounter. So this is the other angle if you're going out of the door.
Okay. That is really nice.
Thank you. So we spray painted the door magenta in honor of in honor of Richard, because I wanted to have a pop of color. So both screen doors on the other L end are this magenta color. So you can't see the chair, but the chair is covered in the same pink fabric. And then the ottoman is just right there, covered with the same fabric that's on this Chase Lounge and that we have hanging. So she already had rods. We just spray painted them black. She had 2 sets of curtain rods. I took the ends off of one, put them on another. We spray painted in black, made the room divider from a chain. I was like, I want this to be her little area. So it's much nicer. So
Dr. Kim is in the chat. So she said they do play cards.
Okay.
The chairs can hold 300 pounds. Okay, so I can sit on them. And what else did you say? Something else. All right, she's in the chat, straightening. And Uncle Earl is a G. So
okay, Uncle Earl is a G. He's a G. So the next photo shows the other L, and I was like, I'm getting confused looking at this space because it seems like it's more than one. Did I show that? Did I show another one? Oh, I thought I uploaded. Look, I don't have. I'm in the chats. I can't see. We may have.
Some videos. We have some videos.
Okay, you know what? We'll look at the videos. I thought I uploaded the other side so she could,
There's one whole other side?
Yes, there's a whole other side, and I thought those photos, was this number 10 on the photos?
Yeah, this was number 10, yeah.
Okay. Let's there's a whole other side. I'm gonna have to show that, send it to Karen and let her see it, but show the videos. I really want people to see their video from last week.
Okay.
Yeah, honey, it's a whole nother side. That's called the prep area, where the refrigerator and the grill and our artwork is. But it's nice. It's so cohesive. That was the third space.
So
thank you, Andy.
Here's our first video. Here we go.
Hey everybody, we want to first apologize that our video was just kind of funky last week. That's because we just got a crappy connection. But it's me, Dr. Kim J, and my girl D, Picasso D. And we want to first thank Angel and Joy. I want to thank them for sure for coming out and helping with this flip. Thank Karen Hunter for sponsoring it, and of course the creative genius that is embodied in B-Phlat. None of this would be possible without her. I love doing it. I would have done it again, and I am looking forward to participating in somebody else's flip. Maybe Dee will get her place flip.
Oh yeah, I do have a bathroom because we just remodeled.
Oh, okay. I did the real thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't do my bathroom because I wasn't going to be in the house with all these men and I couldn't use the bathroom.
Oh.
So all the bathrooms, everything was done except for my bathroom. I didn't care.
There you go. You got a potential flip there.
But yes, B, I love the flip. This is my first one, and it was very enjoyable. It was very nice to meet some lovely people. Kim, especially, and her family was very nice and very kind. You don't always get the opportunity to walk into people's house, and you know. But this was good. I'm glad I took a chance in my first flip, and I'm glad that it was local, that I was able to participate. And yes, B, I would do it again for you. But it has to be in Florida. Sorry.
Yeah, I loved it. I might travel depending on where it is.
Yeah,
you know.
maybe. Okay.
And I'll drag her along with me.
Okay. Well, now that she look okay.
That's
yes,
right.
We
so we're ready for the next Picasso flip. She drew me in. We got about a couple of seconds left. I did create one more thing. I sent some pictures. My little DIY. I hung another curtain on the other side, and I will be making my table, and I'll send you some pictures. So it was great. We loved it. Thank you again, Karen Hunter. Thank you, B-Phlat. And we look forward to the next one. Have a good one.
That was nice. That was a very nice video. Their audio, everything was acting up last week on their device when I had them live on the show, because I wanted them to be in the same space, cut down on screen time. So I was like, oh, they kept going in and out. I was like, yeah, I'll do a video. And they were like, no, we got it. I was like, no, y'all don't. I said, Andy, cut their ass off. So I said, send me a video. And I was like, Delilah, stay right there. Do the video while you're at her house now. And then send it to me. And they look amazing. So I'm glad they did it. Thank you, ladies. All right, let me show what Shantae came down to do. And I love how he puts these intros together. So I don't want people to think they're looking at the same video. Y'all know how he do it. So let's check out a couple of his clips.
Before I play the video, I just want to say
Yes.
M really loves those glasses on you, Karen. He fell in
know.
love.
You know what? You know what? I got this, sir. I got it.
He love at first spectacle. It seems.
Mark is a mess.
But he's got a wandering eye because he was also looking at Dr. Kim's sidekick there saying the same thing. So I put in the chat, Eminem is hornier than a mother. Eminem.
Oh, Mark,
Lord.
I love that ashtray table and carpet. Oh, thank you, Mark. See, I'm reading comments.
Yeah,
So fun.
I was trying to read some comments because Daria's Way said read some comments already. So I was
Who was that?
trying to throw a
Mrs.
few in.
HGTV could never.
No, they couldn't. That's what I'm saying. We're missing something here. And who's gonna be smoking weed during the playback? I mean, this is just us right here. I love it.
Thank you. This is what we do. We celebrate. We brief and bake. This is what we do. Hey, Fab 540 and Veronica Williams. I see everybody in the chat. Monica Cooper. I see you, Cheryl. I see you. I'm gonna have to get up and do some dances after this. Let me go ahead and show these videos, Andy.
All right, here we go.
I'm so happy with Shantae's work. He's amazing. Shout out to the Afro TV channel.
Yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Okay, what am I doing here? She has an old table that we're going to be cutting down to make a wall unit, like a little small bar that she can set drinks and stuff like that on. So I got half of the table cut. I'm getting ready to cut the bracket so when it lets down, holds it up when it's in place. And then you push it to the back, and then the front of the table lets down like an L shape. And then I'll go remount it on the wall, and we're good to go for a little staging area for all their drinks.
Okay.
Thank you, Uncle Earl. I was so happy with him. He came in on Friday. He helped out early. He cut everything pre-cut. I was like, I got a list for you, Uncle Earl. I flipped it right over and let him go down the list.
Is he a former carpenter? Like, is this his...
Yes, that's what he does. And he works at the church. And he's like, I can't be here on Sunday. I'll come afterwards. I was so happy to have him on Friday and Saturday because he had everything pre-cut. And we worked so well together. I came in on, I come in a day early to move things around. I wasn't expecting him to actually be there working. He was ready. And he was like, give me an apron. I said, I got you. So let's check out the next video. Who's doing that?
What is that?
Our food every day, all day, every lunch. I'm not going back because I feel like
I have time to go back.
Exactly. So
How you feel,
me can go with you on that. I got to figure out if this is going to be enough material. That'll work. And then I'm going to glue that in there. Then we ain't going to be able to see that in the front. Oh, fuck.
All right, here we began. We trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Give it a better look. So we had to take the wall off in order to make it a nice square divider so we don't have to paint the whole wall. So we taped it off, we painted. So right now you're getting like a preview of what's gonna be later. And that's the finished product. Not the finished product, but soon to be finished product. Frugal Phlip.
Okay.
That's cuz. And let me take a call drop for Jamie. Shout out to Jamie Jones. my cough drop supplier. That's because Gary and them ass got paint on the wall. They wasn't listening to me when I said, if y'all spray paint that like that, y'all gonna get it on that wall. But see, thank God we were at Home Depot. Kim lives in an association where you go in, you take them, they give you the number and give you a little extra of the color of your house. So we had to go do that and made sure it matched up. Because I was like, we can't be getting paint on this lady house. This is her house. So yeah, we went to Home Depot and got like a little quart. They gave us, she had to call the home association and get the number or something to that effect. And when we got there, she gave them that number and they mixed it up for us.
So who did the catering? Hold on. Who did the catering B-Phlat? Who the food looked delicious? What was there?
Chef Rashad, aka Richard, aka Kim husband.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
shout out to him. Come on through. Who is he? Does he cater for other people? Will he ship to Jersey? Is what I need to know. Can he ship to Jersey?
He laid out breakfast like that every day, lunch like that every day, dinner like that every day. I was like, Lord, how are we gonna eat all this food? It was everywhere all day long, food. The stuff we had for breakfast, we could have ate for lunch because there was so much left over. But he was in there cleaning up, swooping the stuff up, and setting up for the next meal. I was like, I love Richard. We had a big gang of people to feed, but we still had more food than we needed. It was nice, though. It was so nice and good camaraderie. We had fun.
Dr. Kim says it's Culinary Flair Catering, so I will be going online and seeing what we can see.
Oh,
come on through.
We had that brie with loganberries in it. I was like, what?
What?
Yes, it was so good. I was like, baked brie with loganberries. He set it out. That's all. Half the stuff he had out there, I didn't know what it was. I know I couldn't eat all of it. He made a lot of vegetarian things for me, but he made so much stuff. I was just like, all of it looked good. I don't know what it is, but he did that. He did that.
This is him. Yes. The website is fire. By the way, I'm gonna drop this in the chat. Anybody might be hungry.
While you looking at that, I'm gonna throw on the last video.
All right,
go ahead.
Richard is fire.
We brought too many bricks in here. Trying to figure out how to build out the planters because all of the pavers are not the same size. So the extra that we brought, we're getting them out of the way. I need to leave a few behind because a few of them need to go to build a third level to the planter that's up in the front corner. So the majority of the excess bricks we're just trying to get out of the way so we're not kicking and tripping over everything in here.
Ottoman top with this particular fabric that Beverly wants, B-Phlat that is. And I'm gonna have to measure it again simply because it's too wide for a part of it that I want. So I'm gonna have to remove this piece, cut it, and only use this space of it because it won't fit otherwise. It won't fit otherwise.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. What happened to Karen?
Oh, wait. I'm here. I'm here. Oh. So, yeah, hi. I turned my video off because your video went away. I want to follow your lead.
I didn't know my video went away because I can still see me on the screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you
right. That's why I'm like, what happened to Karen? See, all this production stuff we're learning new now because Chris isn't here. So it's funny how this is working out, and Andy is doing an amazing job. I'm going to show the last video that Kim sent because what I do like is that one thing she really learned from me, and I love that people take my ideas and run with them. And that lets me know that they can do this. They don't necessarily need me. Once you've learned how to do something, you can just maintain and do little things yourself around the house. So I do want to show, I want to first mention that she did get a solar the solar piece that she needed to make her water fountain work out in the atrium. So she sent a video in a format that we couldn't convert. We couldn't get it to play. But it shows how the water is self-generating, regenerating, and just flowing through that, and it sounds amazing. So I do want to mention that, Kim. I'm sorry to tell you at the last minute we couldn't get that video to operate. But here she is. This is the L that you didn't get to see, Karen. This is on the other end. She hung a divider. This is where they enter, like when she's coming in from like outdoors, like coming home from groceries, they come through this way. So she didn't want you to necessarily to be able to look down and see the refrigerator and the microwave and all that stuff. It's a nice area. So she hung her own curtain. Got the chain hook. I left the teacup screws that you put in the top. You can screw them right in the top, and that's a metal top. So she probably had drilled up in there because she know how to operate a drill and all that. Did a little hole. So I showed her how to do all this stuff. So she did her own. And didn't have to buy anything because she already had that stuff and the extra curtain rod. She said, because she called me from Home Depot talking about how much chain did you buy so that I can hang my, and I didn't get a chance to get back to her, but look, she figured it out, working on her own. And the next thing that I like that she did, the last video shows, the last photo shows how she drills holes in the suitcase so that the water can drain out. And she put wood in them to give it more of a, so that when you're syncing on that memory foam, it'll give you a little more stability on the inside. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. She figured that out on her own. It just takes me to show you, like they say, you lead the horse to the water and hopefully they'll drink. And now she drunk because she out there doing everything. Now she drunk off water because she building the table. She kept the base of the table that we used and mounted on her wall. And she's going to have Uncle Earl put another top on that. I was like, go ahead, Kim. But Karen, as you can see, the other little suitcase over there. And we made those little planters out of her leftover pavers and put the cement in and the house, all of that. So she has 3 of those out there. Mm-hmm.
You did an amazing job. And she is a doctor, so she's going to figure some stuff out, right?
Yeah, so I love that she's out there doing that. That's the purpose. And that's how I know my purpose served. My flip served the purpose.
This was amazing. You are. Yes. Yes. So what's next? What's next, B-Phlat?
Well, unfortunately, I was supposed to go to Dallas to do my assistance, and that's not going to work out. And I'm going to explain that to everybody next week in terms of why we can't do Daphne Flip. We have to move on. She has some things that have to get more or less renovated that we can't really do until she kind of gets done. And she has to get a little more help. We need more help in her space. So I don't know when that's going to happen, if it's going to happen, but I'm hoping that we can work it out. But other than that, August 5th, starting next weekend on the 6th, I've actually been cleaning out and staging. My best friend passed away, and her son lives in LA. So now I'm working on the whole house so that the people that are moving in September. So what I'm doing I was over there last weekend, not this past weekend, the weekend before that. I did all these videos and different things that I'm showing people what I'm going to be doing. So I've done floors in there already, and I'm going to be showing this stuff next week. But I'm getting all of her family together the last weekend in August. They're coming to help paint. But I'm prepping and fixing and building like radiator covers and learning how to use my new Dremel that my fan sent me. Thank you, Ariel. And she sent me a whole bunch of tools, Karen, that I actually have under that white, that's a white end table, my coffee table. I pulled them out, got them open because I'm learning how to use, because I'm making radiator covers. I have to make 8 of them for her house. And I got all the wood. I've been collecting wood for 2 years. I got everything in my garage. And I always have a project and I know exactly what I'm going to do. So it's funny because I was making radiator covers for my house. But now that I got to do Movita's project and I have a whole month to work on it, between me working on my Picasso celebration in St. Louis and her house every weekend, I'm about to flip her space with some of the things that she has. But all I got to do really is just paint in there. I got to build closets, doors, fix a few things, spruce up, just, But yeah, that's a whole project.
First, let me send you condolences. I think, you know, when you say your best friend, a lot of times people don't realize that your best friend is sometimes closer than your family, because that's a relationship that you choose, right? Because the water, the blood of the covenant is what is it? Is thicker than the water of the womb. Like, the friendships that you make in life are deeper when they're bonded in that way. So that loss for you, is this part of your therapy to go out there and do this?
You know what? Her son asked me to do it. And what happened was, see, he lives in Los Angeles. And he can't be here in Philly to handle all that. So he came to handle what he needed. So after, you know, talking to different people in his family, he decided that he was going to go ahead and rent the house out. But Movita had a lot of cats. So it wasn't one of them situations where you could just... So I showed on the show how I went in there and thoroughly cleaned it and staged it for him to show people. And it was amazing when you saw the dramatic difference. So once they decided that they wanted, we just had people come in and pull up the carpets, because it's nice wood. Carpet has to go because of the cats. And I just needed to really see what's in there, like some of the bones, great floors in there. I ended up redoing one of the floors upstairs because they messed it up. So I had to go upstairs and fix it. But I'm doing work over there already. So I have some videos, like I said, but I took this as, I knew wasn't nobody else going to do it. And nobody can do it. They don't have the capacity to do what he needs to be done. And he can't handle it from Los Angeles. Plus, I know he don't trust nobody else to do it other than me. So it was funny when he had the keys made, and I kept putting the key back. He was all like, no, you're supposed to keep that key. You're the only one that has the key to that house. And I was like, oh. I was like, I keep. And he's like, I'm Bev. Because he calls me I Bet. He was like, I entrust you to do this. He was like, you just tell me what you need, send me the budget, and you got it. So I'm going in there to do that for him, because I know I've hooked him up with like different people that can like manage the property, like that he's going to have, you know, doing that part. But nobody's going to go in there and get it done the way he know I'm going to do it, like it's my house. You see what I'm saying? You can get people to do, but he can't be here to watch them. See what I'm saying? So he knows that I'm going to do it and do it right. And I love the fact that I love being over there. It's funny because I keep going through stuff and like stacking up mail, and I'll be texting him. I'm like, Buddha, do you want me to open this up? And he'd be like, no, so-and-so, come by, just put it outside. And leave it in the doorway, like they open up the screen and get it. I was like, oh, okay, because he don't want nobody in that house. So like I brought all the mail in, because it looks crazy when you got all that mail in. There's like, no, people know that you're away.
Yeah, somebody's not there, yeah.
We want it like that because somebody comes to get it. And I also go over there and cut the grass.
Wow.
And all that. So I'll be over there Thursday cutting grass and doing a couple things. And then the people that pulled up the carpet, they need to come and get it out of there. And they're working around my schedule, so it's a hit or miss. So they were supposed to be there last time, they ain't show up. But yeah, it's therapy for me. And I know that Movita would love what I've done, because she always wanted me to come over there to do something. And I was like, girl, you're going to have to do something about them cats. I can't work. Karen, it's a whole situation on this show. I do the cat scat dance. They made Sophia designed me a shirt. It's me with my foot up and the cat like this, because I do this whole dance like, get your ass off my porch. I do the cat scat dance. Because I have I live between two cat lovers, and they feed the stray cats, and he runs between my porch and sleeps on my stuff and pees on my porch, but eat on their porch. Yeah, and Dennis and I are always battling with this stray cat. So I do the stray cat strut on the show. And they cash at me all day long. They be like, B-Phlat, do the stray cat. All the crazy dances I do on here, the hot spot. When I don't wash up, I be like, let me hit the hot spot. So I'm a mess, but we love Tighten Up Tuesday. They know because
yes,
I'm a mess.
Yes, we do. Oh well, are you when you're free next year maybe to do another Karen Rebel from the show?
Mm-hmm. You know,
so how would that happen? How would they reach out to possibly have their space flipped by you for Tighten
Well,
Up
what they
Tuesday?
would have to do is you would have to mention it definitely on your show that they need to watch Tighten Up Tuesday so they can see how the process works. And they can hit me up on the frugalflip@gmail. And what people, when they inquire, I'll tell them what they need to do. And we can't accept just any and everybody. Most of
No.
so exactly, because we all are in a community. So most flips are within our community. But if like the referral with Kim, now Kim's a Picasso. She right in with the community, ready to work on another flip. So that's how it works. When they reach out to me, I'll have them submit photos and I have to look at it to kind of see what it's about. That kind of thing. So before I let you go, because we're going to end probably in about another 15 minutes. We're not going to be on all night. I want to know, did you enjoy the flip?
No, this was amazing. It was more than I expected. It was better than I expected. I didn't know what to expect, so let me not lie. I did not know what to expect. Kim has a beautiful home, and so you made the space, and she seems really happy because she's in the chat, expressing that. So it was all of the things, and I just want to thank you for allowing me to do this with you. So.
Thank you. I just want to thank you so much for being a supporter and being interested in even doing another one. I do have a busy rest of the year. I don't know how
I said next year. If you heard, I was like next year.
This writer thing works out. I'm supposed to be in LA for all of October, going into November, and trying to figure out how I'm going to be doing Frugal Flip. Tighten Up Tuesday from LA, and then coming back, and then I have to go back that way for more or less like a residency thing I'm doing in Dallas.
Nice.
For some shows at the T-Ball Convention Center in Dallas.
You should be a household name. I said that to you. You are incredible. You are talented beyond belief. And I feel like the world is upside down because, there's a lot of mediocrity out there. So the truly, truly talented need to be seen. So if I can help, and that's our responsibility. Those of us who have
shining a light on me, because I have a lot of people that listen to your show, that watch my show, and I like that. And I love that people are spreading the word about Tighten Up Tuesday and what we do over here. It's hard to make a DIY podcast funny or fun, but it's informative, it's fun. We love it. This is our second week of being out of order, but the flips are important because I want people to see this is what people pay for. Even when they're sponsoring them, like when people send cash apps and be like, oh, this is for food. This is to help for the flight. This is for, I want them to see that I'm committed to wherever I go and making it happen. And I'm very intentional in terms of how I do these and who I invite into this world. Because remember, I'm going into people's home that don't know me.
Right.
And they don't know the Picassos that I'm bringing that have volunteered. And we ain't never had no drama. I tell people all the time, ain't nobody coming to help you and move wood and shit and steal from you. That don't happen. It's not going to happen. People not paying and stealing. So,
if we're being honest, the vast majority of us are good people.
People. Exactly.
It's like we feed into this narrative, but the vast majority of us are good people that just want to have fun and enjoy life and do right by each other. I really believe that. So.
And that's why I feel like whenever I say I'm doing a flip, Karen, all Picasso that live in that city, they be like, oh, when is it? I would love to volunteer. And they don't know these people that they just know we're in the community or they're getting a flip. And if they live close, I want to help. So I feel like me showcasing that lets people see that there's more good in the world than evil.
Absolutely.
And I'll just break in with a comment. Heaven Sent said, Dr. Karen, I love the show. Keep being you. We need more like you. More people like you.
I'm not a doctor. I just play one on the radio. I have to say that because that PhD work is for real. I ain't trying to. I'm not even trying to do that. I don't even want to. So, but thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, lots of people love it. Elevate the Good is in the chat. Saying hello.
Shout out to Carla. That's one of our sponsors in Picasso's in St. Louis. Karen, we doing that in St. Louis. We doing that. And Andy, I'm going to have you jump around, but I'm definitely going to give some shout outs And then, I'm not going to be on all night because we're normally supposed to end at 10 o'clock, which turns into 10:20. But
I'm an hour past my bedtime.
I know you are. So what I am going to do, because we didn't get to show the other side of the L, I'm showing that next week, and I'm going to go over the budget and what we flipped then, because we don't have enough time to go through all that. And we just had such great commentary and great footage and things to watch today. It kind of went over. But I still have a few things I'm going to go through. So if you have to go, I totally appreciate you for being on the show. I love you to death. I just thank you for believing in me.
Love you to life. We're going to love each other to life. I'm going to be here. You're going to be here.
So thank you so much for just shining light on me and giving me my flowers early, ma'am.
You deserve them. You deserve all of that and the sunlight. Thank you.
All the Tighten Up Tuesday fans appreciate you being on here, and they appreciate you working the comments. I'm reading them. Hey, Cheryl.
M wanted to come cook for her. M said he was going to fly up to cook for you and in the nude.
Mark is a mess.
So that did get said.
Naked. So what we having? Hot dogs and buns? What we doing? What we doing? Okay.
I ain't in that one. I ain't in that one.
On that note, first finger.
Peace out. Thank you, Karen.
All right.
Mark a mess.
He did say that. I had to throw it in.
Well, you know what? Speaking of Picasso's, I just kind of want to let everybody know that we got some straight up official sponsorship that came in today. Thanks to Key Harris Henry. Shout out to Key. Mighty Kind is our sponsor. And I only asked them for 200 cans of seltzer, CBD and regular, so that we could just have it, at our meet and greet in the hospitality room at the festival. And they sent me this I sent a 1-page thing over that I've been sending to all sponsors. They sent this 4-page contract because they really, really want to work with us. And I can't get into all the details yet, but we have some great opportunities with Mighty Kind. And one of them is they're giving me a free pack for 6 months, 24 months, just sending them to me to just shout them out. And that's what I want to sponsor for. I want a weed sponsor. Shout them out. And, they have 4 different kinds of seltzers, 3 CBD based and 1 regular. And they want to promote us as Picasso's, actually. Put us on their website, let us run things, let us run promos so that we can get discounts on the drinks. It's just a lot going on, and I just want to see how this works out. And once y'all know me, I marked the contract up already, back and front with some of my own questions. Once I work some stuff out, I can guarantee you by next week, I'll be able to announce the fabulous stuff that I want. I was talking to Quincy about it today, but I want to announce that next week when things are a little more in writing. So with that being said, Andy, let me jump right quickly into our shout outs, because it's so much love in the house and Picasso's everywhere. I just got to give some shout outs because I didn't get to do it last week. And if I have to end with that in my flyers, I will. But I do have to acknowledge all the people. First of all, I know I got to give love to all my Cash Appers, Laura H., Kathy, Mark, Lavette, Phyllis. I see you. And I love that people are sending money, donating towards our campaign. So whenever you're ready, Andy. Oh, I did all my hauls. I ain't got no more. Anyway. We got a lot going on. Y'all know we always have a lot coming up. So first being, I think we got a brief and bake photo I want to show. We just had a brief and bake. Yes. And it was so nice. Everybody participating. And we're just talking about our marketing and just where we are. Went over the budget and how much money we've raised so far. And I just appreciate everybody that's getting on board and donating to our 1,000 for 10, meaning if 1,000 people gave $10. And that's why I'm telling all the people that are watching the show, everybody got $10. If it's 100 people watching the show, that's $10. It's going to get us to our goal. We're trying to do 10 for 10 for 10. We had 10 weeks to raise $10K through $10. So you can either do 100, 100 people do $100 to get us closer to our goal, or 1,000 people do 10. So I'm just telling everybody, support the Picassos in St. Louis. Help us get where we got to be. Maintaining our stuff. We got to pay for ground transportation and our tent and our feather banner and our t-shirts. Everything that's not sponsored, we have to cover. So we appreciate all the support that we've gotten so far and everybody that's helping us get to the goal. So if 10 people, all you got to do is be like, girl, CashApp my girl B-Phlat and the Picassos $10 so they can get to where they got to go. If one person tells 10 people and that person tells 10 people, we're going to get to our goal. So donate, because we appreciate. I love my little STL creation. We create, we commune, and we unite. Next photo shows all the people. Oh, see, I told you we was going to get 2 rows. Now I'm working on 3. So these are in order from name order, top campaign challenge supporter in terms of what they've donated. So as you can see, our top supporter so far is Phyllis, Joanne, Irene, and Kathy. I love the fact that they're in that 100 category. They donated $100. They're helping us get to that. And I love that. So, I love to see all you got to do is when you Cash App me, make sure you put it in there in the Cash App comment. This goes towards the Picasso kickback so that I could put it in the categories. And if you want to be in our next briefing bait, let me know. I haven't set the date yet, but I'm always giving out the reports, and I'll do the Cash App report in the next one because we talked about so much in our last briefing bait. I didn't get to do the Cash App report, which is long as always. So yes, I just love that everybody's supporting our campaign challenge. And remember, if you know somebody that has a small business and they want to get in on this, they can go to the website, bphlat.com, click on the sponsorship link, and look at our categories. There's a $500 level, $250, and $100 sponsorship level for the businesses. So that's what I offered to Mighty Kind. They came back with all of this. I was like, oh. So yes, this gentleman is going to come on the show. Shout out to Josh at Mighty Kind and talk about his product and why he's supporting the Picasso kickback and us in general. And this is long term. So this isn't just for the kickback. This is like 6-month trial and then hopefully another 6 months. And it's a lot of opportunities in this. So I just love everybody that's supporting. Thank you so much. What's the next shout out, Andy?
We got the committee meeting.
We got a committee meeting coming up. It is next Wednesday, first Wednesday of every month. So, I got to get in order for that, get the agenda together and get that out. And if anybody feels as though they want to join it and figure out where we are and, exactly know where we are and just touch base, they know where to hit me at, frugalflip@gmail. Email me and say, yes, B, I'd like to be on the committee meeting. But this is your last rare opportunity because our committee meetings are really private. We really try to get things done. But I would love to hear from a Picasso, especially somebody that's coming, to our kickback if they have any input. We are tidying up, crossing our T's, dotting I's, and bringing everything to fruition. So all input helps. All right, what's my next one?
The next one, we've got our Picassos. We love when they hang out and meet each other.
I meant to show this last week, but I was like, I got to show it this week. Picassos meet up. So this was at Lunell's show in Florida. I think it was in Orlando. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me, MM. I don't know if they were in Orlando or Tampa. It had to be in between because as you can see, Taina's with her friend. We got Joy and Angel and Mark. And Mark is always out with Lunell. So, I love when everybody meets up. That's the shit. So I just love this. I love when Picassos meet up face to face and get to meet each other. This is it.
It's a very tight-knit community. Everybody seems to get along in the chat.
So it's expansive. Yes, everybody gets along in the chat.
Heaven sent said it was Orlando. Orlando
I told
Improv.
I knew that to be Orlando or Tampa because Joy and Angel are in Tampa and Taina's in Orlando. So I was like, yeah, this is what's up.
Yeah, they said it was Orlando Improv.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's right.
So I'm glad Mark got a chance to meet them. This is what I'm talking about. So shout out to the Picasso meetup. Meet up, greet up. Next photo.
Next.
Andy. We kicked it so hard at Andy. at the Delta every night. I got in early. My show I had to cancel. It was horrible. The show was a mess. And that's a joke right there. I'm going to have to make a whole joke about that show. Shit, I ended up, we hung out every night and we just had a great time. So I'm talking about till 2. I didn't get in till 3:30 in the morning, like every night.
Every night. Wow.
Yes. I was like,
Dang.
I can't fucking. Every time we looked up, I was like, girl, is it 2:30? She was like, it's 2:30. I was like, hell no. We shut it down. They turned the lights on us. That top picture, me, Money, and Ava in the corner. You see the lights on, Andy, with nobody in there.
That's the end of the night when they're kicking everybody out.
When they're kicking everybody out, we shut it down. We hit 3 spots every night. We walked from Georgia Rhythm and Blues Club to Vito to the Cigar Bar. Every night we were in those spots just having a wonderful time with sorors and frat and just people in general kicking it. So I had to give a shout out to all my sorors and my big sister Money that pledged me, my girl Eva that came down from Chicago. Just a great time. Shout out to Terrell Fred. He set it up. He set it out for us. So we had a good time.
Yeah, I don't know how you stay 3 a.m. I'm telling you, 3 a.m. a weekend might be my max.
What?
I couldn't do it every
Wait a
night.
minute.
That was,
Is my picture covering where Kim leg kicked up?
let me fix
Because I
that.
see your leg. Oh, Siobhan had left. When we got up to the top, because they put us in the VIP section,
There
right?
we go.
We got up there. Y'all see Kim kick back. Siobhan was like, we leaving. Her and Linda left. They was like, girl, we out. Because we didn't get there till like 12, right? Because we was coming from somewhere else. So they left, and Siobhan was like, girl, I ain't worried about Kim. She with you. I know you got her. I was like, you know she good. Because I had to drive everybody home. I was the only one with a car, had an SUV. So I was taking people in groups at a time back to the hotels that they were at. So I was like, Lamont, can they stay here till I come back? I got 2 more groups to drive.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was dropping everybody off and shit. It was so fun. We had a good time. I can't believe we were out kicking it, but yeah, we had a good time. So let me show my last shout out, and then I'm going to show my 2 show flyers, and then we're going to call it a great night. And I'm going to say that I did miss Chris. It was weird not having him, but it was great having Karen on.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he's doing family time. When he told me that early today, this morning, I was like, it's much needed, Chris. Family first. Do that. Enjoy time with your niece and mom and dad and everybody. So,
Great. Here's the video.
yes, this is our last video.
Hey everybody, it's me, Lunell, the original bad girl of comedy. And I just want to congratulate my homegirl, my friend, B-Phlat, on her 100th episode of Tighten Up Tuesday. Thank y'all for supporting my girl, watching her dance around like an epileptic and do her crafts and be a boss this whole time. She got us through the pandemic, and now here we are back together. And guess what? Flat, I hope you have a good time at Picasso Kickback. Have fun, girl. You guys keep enjoying the podcast, and you can look up and see me there soon. I'll be there soon, Flat. Bye. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lunell. I love Lunell. That is my ride or die. I love her to death. So I'm so glad she did that for me. Yes, and I'm bringing her on. She gave me her August date, so I have her scheduled. I have her on the calendar. And I was like, Lunell, you going to come on and talk about all your creations or what? Your jewelry, the things that you make, your outfits, things that you get done. Lunell does it all. She's creative. She's crafty. She try to act like she's not, but it's going to be interesting to see what she talks about.
Yeah,
So,
between the both of you, there's a lot of creativity all around, all to be had.
yes, I feel like Lunell's an older sister of mine. We have that both crazy, raspy voice. We're wild. We're like kindred spirits. So
Yeah,
I thank her for doing that.
that's great.
Well, Andy, I'm going to show my 2 flyers. I'm going to do I got a CashApp. The dance is out. I couldn't give out the reports. Like I said, I'm going to pass on my DYK. I can't drag it out all night. My irks and works. We can't do the Ask Chris Deasy. He's not here. I do know that next week I have a How They Hold Him Down story from Sherita Jones. It's going to be so interesting and funny. I heard it today and it was hilarious. So that'll be something that's been in the making for a while. We haven't had a Holly Hold 'em Down story in a while, so I'm so glad that she's doing that. And just, you know how we roll out. We're going to just have a great time next week. Next week is the 95th episode, so we are celebrating. Get your drinks out. We 5 episodes away from the 100, halfway there. So get your drinks. I'm drinking bug juice. Y'all know I'm going to be smoking. Be dressed up cute in another Flash shirt. I don't know what I'm wearing next week, but I'm sure it's going to be dedicated to my Picassos. So on that note, Andy, I'm going to let you read the flyers because you know I can't see them.
Did you also want to do your flash rag? Talk about flash rags or no?
I would if we have time. Do we?
We got about 15 minutes, maybe.
Okay. I know Chris told me to keep it, make it a tight show.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at my clock, and my clock says 10:20, and I'm looking at the computer. It says 10:10. So you know I'm always looking at the clock. Let me quit looking at the clock. The battery must be running dead. Yeah, show my flash rags.
Okay, here's our
yes,
our shout out.
It was almost 10:30. Let me quit looking at that damn raggedy clock. Yes, shout out to Sherita who's giving me the Holly Hold 'em Down. Shout out to Omaha in the house. Yes, she had to hit me up and let me know how much she is enjoying the new flash rags, how soft they are, and she loves the big print on the Drip Diva. And I like how John made that print real big so you can see the drips. So I'm happy with the new look, the softness. It's just a new dimension going on with the flash rags now. So if you ain't got them, you better make sure you get them because you're going to need them in St. Louis. You're going to need them, period, because it's a hot-ass summer. It's a hot girl summer. But it's a hot one, and it's definitely going to be hot in St. Louis, and you're going to need all 3 of them. And people going to have to put their names on the flash rags and markers, because I'm sure they're going to have them and lay them down somewhere, and people be like, ooh, did y'all see my flash rag? Who flash rag is this? I know I'm going to have my name on mine. So, and pinned on me or something, a little tag. Because I tend to lose flash rags and lay them down, and I know I ain't going to be the only one there with them. So shout out to Sherita for getting the new flash rags. And we have a video.
All right.
Our girl Rhoda is joining us in St. Louis, and I couldn't play the music, but she's grooving in Grenada. Look at that. With her flash rags, making it international. That's what I'm talking about. She just looked like she grooving. So now she's back in St. Louis, and she will be joining us at the fan celebration. So I'm celebrating the fan and the people. Thank you, Andy, for throwing that in. I appreciate it because I want people to know the flash rags are back. And the only other thing that I'm working on is making sure John can slap my nice sticker on the back of the packaging because I've been asking about that. So I'm trying to work that out because I want to have a nice look. I'm trying to brand it. I'm trying to brand myself. Y'all know I lay low and grow slow, but I'm moving like a snail, but I'm moving. Andy. Hit him with a fly.
Keeping it moving, a tight show. Keeping the type show.
I appreciate it.
I guess we'll go to our flyers then. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm getting up, so I can get ready for my CashApp. Then,
here's our first flyer, and it's the comedy Calabash that features B-Phlat, Lawrence Owens, Malcolm Hill, and Chocolate Chai. You can go get some tickets, $30 advance. And more at the door, obviously. You can go to 6208 Lancaster Avenue in Pennsylvania. You call Ward. His number's on there. So is Sabu. I've heard Chris say this for some reason. I can't remember. Sabu, yeah.
Birthday bash.
Birthday bash, that comedy at the Cal Bash.
Yeah, Calabash. That's a Philly, Delaware, Jersey thing. They know where it's at. Actually, it's in headed out west, more like going to you're leaving the city. I like where it's at. So it's a nice spot, plenty of parking. It's a cute spot. It's a cute, nice banquet hall spot. They do a lot of nice events there, and I'm looking forward. The last time I did Ward show, it was packed and sold out. It was me and Melanie Camacho, so he gets a great crowd, and I'm just looking forward to this. And I love Malcolm to death. He's from Philly, but I love Lawrence, and I love working with Chocolate Shy. She is it. She's that chick. So if you're in Philly or you know somebody in Philly, Delaware, Jersey, tell them about this show. It's next Saturday. August is here already, Andy.
August 5th. I can't believe it.
Oh, I'm getting my body ready show them that last one.
Sorry to Makisha. She said, "Oh Lord, not more flyer reading." I'm not even as good as Chris at it.
Yeah, don't do the Chris. Don't do the Deezy. Read the whole.
I'll try my best. But Cicely did say this particular flyer was Chris's favorite, and I think she's right.
I know, because he like reading all the information on there.
All right. Moving on to our next flyer. It's the Sunday Night Live.
At the Stress Factory.
Live.
Yes. New York City, here I come.
New York City. It is quite a show. The doors open at 5:30. Show at 7. It's at the Scream Factory. Is that what it says? Stress Factory Comedy Club. That features B-Phlat, Faceman, TV Breakout, Brooklyn, Mike Troy, DJ Jess, and Tommy Too Smooth.
That's going to be a long show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm calling talent and be like, where am I on that damn show? Because that's a lot of people. And you know New York, Andy, the shows start late. It'll be like a 2-hour show and it'll still be popping. Mm-hmm. You ain't going to get out until 2 in the morning. It started at 8.
So. It is August 27th, New York City. And get some tickets at the stressfactory.com or the number on the flyer. Heck yeah. So there you go. There's the 2 shows you need to be at.
Well, guess what? I'm going out on a dance for Shirley McCrae, Keisha Brown, Tina Gibson, Kathy, Laura, all the people I didn't get to dance for, the best. I'm closing the show out, showing love always to my Picassos, my fans, my Tighten Up Tuesday watchers, those who don't comment, everybody who shows love, and everybody that's loving how I'm rocking this t-shirt as a dress.
That's right. Looks like everybody in the chat had a good time. Thanks to all those that called me out. Fab540, Mim, Elevate the Good, Kathy, who else here? Oh yeah, but we had a good time. We're definitely glad everybody tuned in tonight. If you do want to CashApp, it's on the screen. CashApp B-Phlat, right up there. Be sure to give her.
With the old school.
Okay. Is this a new dance? The old school. We gotta hit. There we go with the Michael Jackson. That's where we go. The smooth criminal. Don't forget to give me a follow on Instagram at FlatOutFunny. Like, subscribe to Tighten Up Tuesdays. Don't forget to subscribe, but definitely hit that like button. Definitely glad everybody tuned in here tonight. He's having a great time. Hope you do too. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We appreciate you. Have a good night.